Hello, everyone. Welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 43. I'm your host, Taylor, and this week I'm, of course, joined by Anthony.
How you doing?
Good. How about yourself?
Good. My PC's holding up this weekend, which is great. Unlike last weekend, where the whole thing froze and then I had to restart and all that, so looking good so far.
I wish I could say the same. What you been playing this past week? You've been streaming some Destiny 2. I know that. That's been pretty entertaining. It makes that game look fun.
Yeah, I'll make a game look fun. That's an achievement. I've been playing that. I've been playing some This Is the Police. Also got LA Noire as well, so I've been playing some of that as well. I've kind of gotten quite a bit this week, so been kind of split down the middle of like what I'm playing and what I'm not playing. I got No Man's Sky last week, I think it was, which doesn't work on my PC, so yay. But apart from that, that's about it from me. Been a not pretty relaxed week, I'd say, for me.
Alright, very cool, very cool. Andrew, you returned to us this week. Welcome back, sir.
I'm back. I'm very tired. It's way too late last night playing video games.
Yeah.
Anthony told me about your adventures.
Dude, it was rough. But here I am. I'm here. I should have a cowboy hat on. Because all I've been playing is Red Dead Redemption the last 10 hours.
Yep.
So, indeed. Darn tootin' right. Yeah. So it's a good game. I think we'll talk about it a little later, probably.
Yeah, probably. It's like we really can't not talk about it, you know.
And besides Red Dead, play a little bit of Soul Calibur 6, which I think we have a review in progress. Soon should be up, right? Not by me.
Yes, I think Kevin's doing that.
I think Mike or Kevin.
Yeah, Mike or Kevin. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about it? Give us your fighting man's perspective.
I don't know, because I really like Tekken 7 a lot. You may or may not know. And then this game comes in and it's like same like Namco Bandai or whatever.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't. It's not clicking with me. I don't know why. I don't know if like Tekken 7 is just too good, or it's just. I think the block button really throws me off. There's like a block, the guard button.
Oh yeah.
And I understand why it's there, right? Like it's a mechanic of like guarding. You could parry, but I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know. I thought I liked Soul Calibur because Soul Calibur 4 is one of the first online fighters I really got into, but I don't know. I'm not sure yet.
This one's got Geralt in it, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Geralt.
And they just announced. Oh god, I forgot. They just announced a new character. Hold on. From Nier Automata. I can't
2B?
Yeah.
2B?
Yes, 2B. That they just announced.
She just used weapons? I don't know.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.
Okay. That's interesting, I think.
Nier's a pretty fun game.
I haven't played it yet. I should probably do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's about it. Those two games have kind of taken over. Obviously, Red Dead last night. I got it yesterday, so kind of dived into that. Other than that, that's about it.
Okay. Have you seen some of the crazy custom characters people have made on Soul Calibur?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I went to go buy the game at a local store, and the girl behind the counter was like, "Have you seen these lizard man memes?" And I was like,
Yes.
No, I haven't. And she's like, "You should look up these memes." And I was like, I guess. I mean, memes, all right, whatever, dude. Look it up, and then all of a sudden, this lizard man's got a big old dick. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yep.
It's just a big dick lizard, man.
Oh dear.
And demonetized. Anyway.
That's like their tactic to make you buy the game, show you memes.
Right.
Well, actually, do want to bring this up though, because I heard some competitive people talk about this. Interesting to talk about. Is that custom characters are a big thing in that game. You can customize any character, make them big, make them tall, whatever. But then you can also give your moveset to any of the guys. So you could have a big dude, like the big axe dude, who's like a big character, Astroth, big character, big axe, But then you make him on you can make a short female character who's got a smaller hitbox, have that same moveset. So you're just gonna fall out of combos, you're used to training combos against an actual character, and then you go online and it's a ranked mode. This is ranked mode. You go online and fight just whoever. You'll just get weird stuff. I think I fought this Dragonborn or whatever. But like, yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna, if you're actually good at that game, not like me, and you can like hit combos on like certain characters because they're with or what have you, you're not gonna be able to do it for these custom characters if they fiddle with it. So it's a weird thing that I'm not sure I'm on board with yet.
Yeah. Okay. And then Aidan, you're also here.
Hello.
Of course.
I'm here.
So everyone, strap yourselves in because we're probably going to be here a while.
4 hours. Come on, we gotta break some
I'm gonna
records.
Make sure, I'm gonna make sure. Not today. Not today.
Okay.
Longest podcast ever, Guinness Book of Records.
I actually don't know the record off the top of my head. Anyway, so what you been doing this past week, Aidan? Playing anything, doing anything for the site, etc., etc.
I just finished I've been doing a couple stuff. I did a review for Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Edition that went up like last week or something, early at the beginning of this week. I've been kind of busy this week. I've been able to play a ton of games. I've not been able to play Red Dead because of reasons outside of my control. And I mean, I've been playing a little bit. I've been playing a little bit of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's a game I like want to devote more time to. Like, I'm really enjoying that. I've just been really busy with like work and travel and everything, so I haven't had a ton of time to sit and play games this week, which is kind of upsetting.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, so a little bit of rundown of your Final Fantasy review, Pocket Edition. That's on Switch, right?
Yeah, I played it on Switch. It's also on, I mean, it started as a mobile title, and
Okay.
then they released it on an up-resed version on PS4, Xbox One, and then Switch a little later, and I think PC too? I could be wrong on that.
Yeah,
But,
I believe
okay.
it's on PC.
Yeah, it's essentially an abridged version of the full Final Fantasy 15 game, so it's one of the weirdest and most fascinating games I've ever played because everything is like pretty much has been lifted there. Like this full story is there. They lifted voice acting directly from it. The battle system is surprisingly like very similar to the Final Fantasy 15 combat. I don't know if any of you guys have played that game, but a lot of the mechanics have been lifted like right to it. But it's just like the story is essentially like it's truncated a bit. The open world is gone. It is like much more narrative. Like you go from one point to the other, and then side quests have just been eliminated. And like the progression system, it's just like a more straightforward version of the game. So it's obviously it's perfect on the Switch because it's not going to get the full game anytime soon. But it's like because it's so similar. Like it's not like it's not like if you've already played the full game, you really don't get anything out of it because it is the same thing. But it is like if you're not a fan of like grindy RPGs or massive open world games or like 100-hour games, or if you have a Switch and don't anything else, like I think it's actually like it's a great way to get, because you do get the full Final Fantasy 15 experience, just a like simplified version of it.
Okay. It's basically like the bare essentials for it. It's like you get the story. And that's it. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like much more of it's like a chibi, cartoony art style instead of like the realistic style of the original game.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right. On my end, my PC's drama still continues. We're now looking at a month and a week and a little bit of change. Yeah, a little bit of update on that. I'm actually quite upset right now, but I don't want to project it to you guys or the audience or anything. But basically, we're now at the compensation phase of it and everything. You know, Corsair has in fact determined my PC got screwed by their component failing, so they're trying to offer me compensation. The first time they did, they were about $200 short all around. Okay. I called them out on it. They adjusted their compensation, and it's like based on what prices they saw, and like pointed me to places I'd actually get said products for said prices, except for the graphics card. Okay, this is the point of contention here. My graphics card, it was a 980 Ti. Okay, it's about 2 generations old. It has a technical market value of about $250. Let's just call it that or something. A graphics card that you can get today for $250 is a GTX 1060. Unfortunately, the 1060 does not perform at the same level of a 980 Ti. It performs about 30% weaker than a 980 Ti. So basically, it's like I'm refusing to accept compensation for a lesser performing system from Corsair because it was their part that failed.
How much does a 980 go for right now?
A 980. you have to get them used on eBay for like $250.
They don't sell
Or
them
so.
at all. Like,
No, all the like MSRP or like retail stock has been
Yeah, okay.
sold out. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of an issue. It's like I really don't think I'm being unreasonable in that regard. That it's like I should expect a system that performs the same way.
You're asking for what you lost, so
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, just kind of negotiating with that. Depending on how these go, I might have to threaten legal action, which is always a fun path to go down.
Okay.
Basically, just based on failure to compensate for property damage.
Anthony's all aboard. He's like,
Heck yeah, do it!
Let's do.
Kill him!
I want some of that startup money. So yeah, that's been my progress. And then yeah, of course, been playing Red Dead. I know I've spoken quite a bit about not being too excited for it, but it's like I wanted a game to play, man.
Yeah.
I didn't really care. Yeah, I just wanted something to play. It's like, you know what? What's a good game to play? Red Dead 2, apparently.
Yeah.
All the
Very
reviews
good.
never be trusted. So picked that up the other night, and then other than that, it's like I've been super into a lot of the airing shows for fall anime this season. It's like I have to keep up with like 5 or 6 shows on a weekly basis.
Oh boy.
Well, you're getting
Yeah.
desperate because you can't play games, so it's like, what else can I do?
Right.
Right.
Right,
Back to anime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
Desperate measures.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Anyway, so outside of that, the main site is, of course, cultureofgaming.com. We have a Facebook community group that you can find, facebook.com/cog.net. And it's like there is a group for the main site itself, which is that page, and there's also a main group for the Power Up podcast. So make sure you're a part of both of those. And we have a community Discord, link to which you can find on the primary site. And then Twitter is, of course, at cog.net, Instagram at Culture of Gaming, YouTube. We still need that custom URL. So, you know what? We're going to make you guys a deal, okay? Help us reach 100 subscribers on YouTube. One lucky subscriber will get a copy of a game of their choosing.
Ooh.
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 Okay? We're going to do that giveaway, all right? Yeah, executive decision right here.
Who's got the money?
Yeah.
Exciting.
Huh?
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, MSRP standard upward. It's like hard limit of $60, but game of your choice.
No
Okay,
special
it can be-
editions.
Yeah, it can be either upcoming, okay, or it can be a currently released game. So yeah, one lucky subscriber will get that. But the first step is helping us reach 100 subs on YouTube. So if you're wondering what sort of YouTube content we put out, we occasionally do some like news videos of the week. You can find the podcast repository. You can find co-op with COG, and you can of course see Andrew conquer his innermost demons from the game.
Currently, I haven't conquered any, so
They're just kind of waiting on hold. They're
we're
like,
not going
"Bro."
to talk about it, how tilted I've been on that lately.
Okay, that's fair. And then
Right.
twitch.tv/culture of gaming. We have a MySpace for the Power Up Podcast, myspace.com/powerpod. You can ask us questions anywhere that we can answer live. We will prioritize the Discord and Twitch chat, though. So make sure you do that. Asking us stuff gets you entered into our monthly giveaway for the Power Up Podcast. And then are we doing the giveaway at the end of this show?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Sure.
And then that is a copy of Deadpool 2.
Yep.
So, if you like that movie, make sure you ask a question or get yourself entered in, however you want to do it. Anyway, so getting into gaming news, a tiny game you guys might have heard of, released a couple days ago, Red Dead Redemption 2. You guys want to talk about this a little bit? Or I know 2 out of 4 of us have played it.
Yep.
1 out of 4 of us has no chance to play it, and the 1 out of 4 of us here is very sad that he hasn't been able to dive into it yet.
Yes.
So-
Hopefully by Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew, what's been your experience so
I'll
far?
just leave.
Very fun so far. It's weird. Like, I just get really into like I like westerns a lot.
Okay, yeah.
So I just get like really into just doing whatever I want at any given time. Like I'm just like, oh, I'm riding, and then it's like I'm gonna go to saloon and try to play poker or
Yeah.
whatever.
Kill some
I don't know.
people.
Like I'm like trying to play like honorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
That's how I go. That's how I do it.
But there are some fun like it says like I don't know, who knows. But I'm not very far. I'm probably like 6 hours into it maybe.
That's about where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm still in the
Yeah.
first town, like that first little town.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been able to venture too far. But it's like there's decisions that's like, oh, your actions will come in the future, and I have no idea if that's actually going to come true. But it's fun because I'm like kind of role playing a little bit because you're like, I want to be an honorable dude, but then like, hey, there's this guy who says like he recognizes me or whatever from like a job I did or whatever the previous time, and I'm like, well, I could just shoot him in the face,
Right.
could help him and save him, or I could just walk away and he'll just fall to his death. I was like, it's like fun, like kind of playing like as with what I think the character would do. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk away, let this dude fall to his death, man. Like,
Oh,
I didn't see nothing. Like, and then it's like, oh, your honor went down. I'm like, I don't know, man. Maybe this guy would have like snitched on me. So I don't know.
That's one thing I didn't quite understand. Where it's just like, so it's like I chose in that particular scene, I chose to save the dude or whatever, because the honor system. But like, there were no witnesses besides you. It's like, how
Yeah.
would that gauge your honor? It's like,
Exactly.
gotta know. Yeah.
You never know. There could be someone in the background just
God exists.
lurking.
Proof.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
God is always watching. The
Like,
most
I think-
important honor.
I think I like looted somebody, and I don't know if I was close to anybody else, and it still like gave me like minus honor or whatever, or like
Okay.
I jumped on someone's horse and I was like, oh, minus honor. And I was like, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
So
I don't. Yeah, it's very like weird. It doesn't feel like it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
is it like kind of similar to like the Paragon Renegade system for Mass Effect, where it just like
Not at all.
yeah,
No, it's
no?
not. It's
at all.
not black and it's not black. and
Well,
white.
I didn't mean like black and white, but like even like your actions, like whatever you do, like determine it, even if it's just like
So what I
Hi.
understand is like the honorable system is that people will talk about you differently, like in towns and such like
Okay.
that, and like
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
maybe you'll be able to like open up missions with like bad people if you're dishonorable. However, like, maybe you'll be able to do like more stuff with like a sheriff in town.
Okay.
if you're, like, honorable. That's my understanding. I don't actually know.
yeah. So it's more like it's more about your perception.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah.
like, well, the
Yeah.
others' perceptions of you in the world.
Right. Yeah. And like
Okay, that's pretty.
get, like,
That's
a-
really
it seems like you get like a discount if you're honorable at like some certain stores. They'll give you like
probably.
I don't know what that percentage is, but like, yeah, they'll give you like a small discount or something. So it's
Okay.
that system's neat. I don't know. There's a lot of systems, Taylor. Like how many systems? It's a lot. I don't know how you
It's-
feel about it.
I don't know. We could like sit here for an hour breaking down like individual feelings on every
Yeah.
single system. I will say though, it's like I agree with you with most of your points on like that honor system. I think it's a little bit strange how they do it. It's like you're it's like you're encouraged to play as the most law-abiding outlaw ever. You know,
Yeah.
and it's just like. It's like I get it. It's like at the same time, I mean, it's like okay, you're not necessarily going to be like robbing the joint or whatever, but
Mhm.
just like based on like the story so far, it's like yeah, you'd probably let that guy fall to his death or something, or
Right, yeah.
yeah. It's just like, but then you're penalized for doing what your character
Yeah.
would most likely do, or it's like or what you would do during a mission,
Yeah.
So I guess-
because, yeah.
Yeah.
Because like 2
My-
seconds later, I'm like interrogating a guy and beating his lights out. I'm like, well, I don't want to punch him anymore. I just want to get the information. But then it makes me hit him again. I'm like, well,
Yeah. Okay.
hit him
But
again.
it's like, not to. We're only. I don't want to say we're gonna spoil anything, but it's just like when you have to pull the guy off the girl in the hotel.
Oh.
I accidentally stabbed him. Instead, it's like I didn't want to kill him.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't want to kill him. Okay, I was
Oh, man.
just gonna beat him up a bit. Okay,
Yeah.
I accidentally killed him because this is one of my biggest problems about it. Too is the way it goes about introducing you to mechanics or something.
Yeah.
Is that once during the tutorial, which there was like, not only was there probably a day between me like very first starting the game and then picking it back up this morning or whatever, because like I played, so I have the West Coast privilege of being able to play it at 9 p.m. so at a reasonable hour at night or whatever. It's like I played for like 45 minutes on Thursday night when it came out.
Yeah.
Whatnot, and then it's like I didn't get a chance to touch it all on Friday. I played it for like 4 or 5 hours earlier this morning for the podcast, and basically, it's like I seemingly remember at some point I got introduced to how to like melee and fight and everything when squaring up with someone, but I thought when going into that hotel that it's like if I had on the weapon wheel equipped fists, the same thing could get accomplished. So it's like I did the like weapon buttons and everything because you know I had fists equipped from the weapon wheel, and it's like I know that if I want to take something out from the weapon wheel, then I hit this button and like use it this way.
Yeah.
Well, you see, it recognized it as not having a weapon, so it pulled out my knife and
Yeah.
shanked the dude and killed him. So that was kind of frustrating, but I didn't get penalized for it. It was just like
I
really,
was like, you probably deserved it. So.
yeah,
I mean, not that situation probably plays out any different. Like I
right.
faced one.
Yeah.
Does it have like factions or whatever? Like you can join, I don't know, the sheriffs or whatever?
Not that we've seen yet.
Nothing like nothing too insane.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I do have like bounties. I can like I went to the sheriff's place and like, oh hey, get this person for me or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
like, the more
Okay.
people you bring in, the more bounties you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least it seems that way.
And then my other biggest like point of contention is the control scheme for it.
Yeah.
It's just very inconsistent. That's the best way of putting it.
Yeah.
It's like although this mechanic is cool where you can hold down X, playing on PS4 by the way, it's A for Xbox users, to match the horse speed or something, which by the way, you're gonna have to do that a lot and for a long time. So it devised getting like a rubber band contraption or something to keep holding down X for you. Because damn. But anyway, it's like you have to hold down X, and then it's like if you want to ask the guy you're riding alongside more questions or something, you have to hold down L2, and then to ask a different question, you have to like also press square or circle while you're also keep holding down X so your horse doesn't get behind, and then dialogue is interrupted by the NPC telling you to catch back up.
Idea.
Like, I thought Spider-Man was like kind of like, you know, dexterous, like you had to be pretty handy with your fingers. This one's intense because of what you're holding and like pressing.
Yeah.
I will say that, have you tried the cinematic camera yet?
I have, yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's so basically you press the touchpad on PS4. I'm not sure what the button is on Xbox. But you just like hold it down and it'll like bring up like bars and like cinematic view, and you don't have, I don't think you have to press anything. You can just put your controller down.
Oh, nice.
And just walk away, and like conversations will happen. You can still hold L2 or you know the trigger to like ask questions to these dudes.
Yeah.
But it's cool because you can just be like, all right, yeah, I just kind of not interact with the game right now, which is depends on if you know how you're feeling at the time. Like,
Yeah,
if you want to be engaged in it, then maybe you should.
Yeah.
Not all the time, right? Like it's a very slow paced game.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I think is one of the main critiques I could say.
Hmm.
I'm loving the slow pace personally. Like,
Yeah, I have no issues with that. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, I really like how the game is like playing out and shaping up so far and whatnot.
and
Yeah,
I think go ahead.
That's actually what excites me the most about, like, not what excites me the most, but like the more I was hearing about like how like it deliberately so slow paced it is, like a more like leisurely pace for like maybe lack of a better term. It actually got me more excited for it because, I mean, I don't know why, because like I'm like very iffy on open world games, like especially like I think like, or just take back, like I think Spider-Man is like my favorite kind of open world, because it's like it's big enough where you can just like go around it, but it's also compact.
Yeah,
Where, like,
sure.
so like I like, as opposed to like say like Red Dead or GTA or Skyrim, where it's just like it goes off to like all corners of the universe. But I like how it like wants you to kind of like spend time in like these areas, like just take your time and like immerse in the world.
Yeah.
And I kind of I appreciate that, because like I don't want to just like it. I know like for some people they were expecting something very different out of this game. I'm sure like they're expecting probably more action packed game, but like I like how it just kind of wants you to like kind of take your time with this world.
Yeah.
And then it's like, in going back to more of the inconsistent controls and everything, the biggest like situational case I have for it that kind of set me off about this was in the very beginning, there's this point where you have to pick up your hat and your gun because they fell on the floor.
Yes.
The buttons to do both are different. So, you know, it's like I walked over to the hat, I picked it up with like square or whatever it was, right? And it's like I walked over to the gun, and it's like, oh, I'm not going to pay attention to the prompt, I'm just going to automatically do that, you know, try and get a little bit smoother gameplay. And it's like I'm pressing square, nothing's happening. I look down at the prompt, press another button to pick up the gun. Oh, okay.
A little weird.
Yeah.
So can you take your hat off whenever you want with using that button? Oh.
I don't think so. I'm not wearing a hat currently. I am not.
Okay, cool.
My dude's awesome. He's got like short hair. He's got it all slicked. I'm like, yeah, my guy's like so dapper looking dude.
I was like,
Growing
have
out
you
the
guys-
mustache. Yes.
Oof.
You can get like mutton chops. It's great.
I know, it's great, yeah.
Yeah. And it's really cool too. Like there's a lot of good things in this game, but like it's just like a subtleties. Like
Yeah.
they'll have like outfits for your guy, and this is like something silly, super silly that I really enjoy. But it's like, oh, you can customize your outfit. You can put your different shirt on. You can put a different jacket on. You can like combine different stuff, and it's just like, like if you look on like all the videos, like no one's gonna have the same looking character, like,
Yeah.
no matter what. Like,
Yeah.
Unless you just kind of defaultly keep
Yeah,
it, because
exactly,
I figured out at the general store how to buy outfits
Yes.
and whatnot. I haven't figured out where to go to actually equip
Ah,
them
okay.
yet.
So if you go to like your camp,
I was like,
and
would it be your camp?
I have to
Yeah,
go all the
you-
way back there.
you
Okay.
have to go to your camp and like there's a little bed. Yeah, I don't know if you shave. but,
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
you shave, there's a little like foot locker. And you can,
Oh, okay. Gotcha,
Mhm.
gotcha.
Wait,
and what's
you,
neat is like
you-
certain coats are like warm and stuff. So if you're in the mountains, you need a warm coat.
yeah.
It's like
yeah.
Breath
So
of the
there's-
Wild.
So there's
It's
kind
got
of like a
the wild.
survival element.
Got
to
a little bit of
Yeah.
surprise.
Like-
We should probably talk about the course.
Oh,
It's,
yeah. Okay, yeah. Those
Oh,
are
God.
because
it's a
I mean,
lot.
there's. Yeah, I know it's like we touched on a number of systems, but we kind of loop this into one here.
Yeah.
It's basically like you have to. There is a degree of survival on, and it's like as far as I'm aware, there's not like difficulty thing where you can turn that off or whatever. Like
yeah.
the best thing I actually like it to is if you've ever played like hardcore mode in New Vegas. I think that's the most similar thing to it.
It's
And it's like you have to eat to maintain weight, a healthy weight.
Yes,
If you
yes.
like start starving or it's like you're hungry or something, then it's like your stamina and health won't recover as quick or what
Yeah.
have you. Right? And then but at the same time if you go the other direction, your guy will get fat,
yeah.
Yep.
which is kind of
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I know. It said like perfect weight. I'm like, yeah, I feel good. Ate like
Yeah.
one meal and it said I'm average. I'm like, oh man, like I'm average now. dude.
It's like damn, we're not really lay off the burgers, you
I
know?
know, right? The stew,
Yeah.
too much stew.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like so you got like your health, your stamina, and your dead eye, which is like the slow motion stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you have these little circles, and then you have like another outer circle. So
Yeah.
you're like you have like a core is what they're calling it. Basically, like that's like your main health. You also have
Yeah.
like a little circle around, so you're gonna lose the little like tiny line around it first, and that'll regenerate, I think, really slowly. But it does
okay.
regenerate. But then like the core part doesn't regenerate unless you like. It's kind of like armor almost, but not at all
Okay.
because you'll just lose it. Like the
Yeah.
core, like your stamina core will go down if you run a bunch. So you have to like build it back up by eating or
I was gonna say, can you
drinking or whatever the issue is. And you're also leveling your character up by running more or you
Just
know,
like Grand Theft Auto.
yeah, like
Kinda,
it's very subtly in the background, but
So,
definitely there.
I have a question. Like, do you find that all these like systems, like for like almost like pretty much everything in the game, do you find it like overwhelming in like a way? Because it seems like there's a lot going. Like, I mean, obviously, I knew that like we all knew there was a lot going on, but like actually hearing from like firsthand impressions, seems like there's just a lot going on this game. So like, is it like does it get overwhelming at all, like trying to manage all these different systems, or do you kind of like are they kind of like you can relatively ignore them fairly easily, like if they're not like as essential?
Well, I don't think you can quite ignore them. They don't come off as, at least not to me, they didn't come off as overwhelming, just because, and this is also kind of an issue, is that I don't think Rockstar spends enough time introducing the mechanic or like providing an example of the mechanic
Yeah.
or whatever. And so it's like, it's briefly mentioned the hunger system and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's briefly mentioned all those systems, and it never, as far as I can tell, at least in what I played so far, it doesn't really ever go back to them. So it's
Okay.
like, it is definitely something that I think they encourage you to experiment with, and
Yeah.
then kind of eventually find a routine that works for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like you might in real life, you know, it's like, oh, I'm going to eat this amount for breakfast
Yeah.
each morning or whatever, you know, because this gets me through the day.
Okay.
I could see how they could be overwhelming for certain people.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Like, if I wanted like my significant other to play it, because she's just sitting there watching it. She's like, "This game is beautiful." Like,
Yeah.
she just will sit there and watch as I'm like, or like stand by me really quickly, like kind of staring at this game, like, "Whoa, that looks really good. It's really cool. Like, what are you doing now?" Kind of thing. But then like I'm like, "Oh, you should play it. Like, I should get to a point in the game where like it's a little more open." And I'm like, "I'll make
Yeah.
it safe
Yeah.
for you. That way you don't have to deal with all like the garbage, and I'll just teach you because it's probably easier that way." She's like, "Yeah, that might be cool." Because there's just so much stuff, and like
Yeah.
like Taylor said, like they introduce it, pretty much just leave it after that.
Yeah.
So like I'll find myself like doing something, like I was hunting, and like my bow and arrow was just all over the place. Why is that happening? Like, I was
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the most annoying thing. It's like I already suck at aiming with joysticks,
Yeah.
let alone. And I found out that it's like, by the way, it's like to take more advantage of the aim assist, which if you suck with joysticks, because I mean, yeah, it's like you have to like retarget in the relative direction of the target.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
Hey,
the first
that's-
one was.
Okay.
Pretty auto like lock on. You can just like lock on and then
Yeah.
stick it up
Yeah.
and shoot in the head.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was saying, like the hunting thing, my thing's going all over the place. I was like, why is it this crazy? And like I looked at my stamina and it was all gone. And I was like, oh.
Oh, that probably explains that then. Okay,
Yep.
it's like I was running.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You're like
Yeah, it's like
chasing,
running beforehand.
Okay.
chasing an animal. So like you
Yeah.
you don't think about it until something is happening, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, like crud, like I got to do something about it now. So you have like a can of beans or whatever on you to eat it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind
get
of makes sense.
fatter.
Like when you have all these things going on, like you're just naturally gonna forget that some of like are there because you have to worry about like the other ones going on in the world. So yeah, because I was just curious. 'Cause, like I was wondering how those different systems, like how they are all balanced out throughout the game. But I mean, I guess it seems like it's not like something that's like gets too complicated or bogged down, which is kind of that. I mean, that was a relief for me. That was like one of my worries. I was like, is there just too much to worry about in this game? But it doesn't seem like that's the case necessarily.
Yeah, there is a lot. Like there's a whole camp
Yeah.
system where you can take food
Yeah.
back to your camp.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've even unlocked everything.
Probably
Okay.
not.
Yeah, like it's like oh your food is in the not red, but your health you're like it looks like medical supply. I'm like I can't donate supplies, so I'm like I don't know yet what's happening. So
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll be unlocking stuff as you go on.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it tells you you can do all these things before you can actually really do them.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, 6 hours like for a game like this is nothing. So
No.
there's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
plenty more to go through.
I just
guess-
want to like share one experience. I don't know if you had the same one where it was like, dude was like just like having trouble with his horse. I'm like, oh, I'll go help this guy out with his horse. Get off his horse. I'm like, hey there, buddy, how you doing? And he just gets kicked in the face by his horse, and his horse just runs off. And I'm just like, whoa, what? And then I'm like, okay, I was gonna steal his horse, but I couldn't.
Wait,
it
was
was
that the Good Samaritan thing you had to do before the first town, or no? Was that a different situation?
No, I was just like riding, and there was just a dude.
Oh, okay.
He was like clearly having an issue. Got off my horse. I'm like, hey there, buddy, need some help? And he was like, yeah, sure. Boom, dead. And I was like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, did he
like,
die?
Oh, he got kicked in the head by his horse.
Yeah, you know he's
Yeah, it
dead.
doesn't kill you though. You're getting kicked in the head.
At least
No, it,
Horses
it,
are
it
like-
can. It
No, I
can.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know it can. But
At the
like,
very
most
least,
times
he's
it doesn't.
clinically dead.
Yeah, horses are scary. I don't know about how I feel about horses. In real
I
life.
will say that playing this game makes me respect horses a lot more. Like seeing them
They're so
run through the
scary.
snow and just like freezing their ass off in the snow. Also,
Yeah.
it's just
They
like,
Oh,
go, they go
yeah.
through a lot. Horses
yeah,
go
it's
through a
like,
lot.
damn, bro, are
Dude,
you
my horse
okay? It's like,
died. I felt so
Oh,
bad.
Oh,
what? How? How'd you kill
Okay.
him?
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything. I was like,
okay.
I was just going on my way. and
Animal
there's a bridge.
cruelty.
There's just a dude like blocking the bridge, like, don't you come no closer. And I was like, well, I'm gonna shoot you. And then they shot my horse to death.
Oh
They shot
no.
me to death. Oh, then they killed me.
Okay.
Oh,
You can revive
dear.
your horse, but then because I died, I think.
Yeah, that was
Horses
sad.
did.
But
Have
it
you,
was
Oh
like-
no.
Have you built up? Or did you build up the relationship with the horse by that point?
I mean, it had a name and
Yeah.
everything. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and I was like petting him or her or whatever.
Aww.
Yeah,
That
it-
mechanic is there from the get-go, by the way.
Yes,
Like the
yes.
horse bonding
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
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 It wasn't a good horse. It was like a real.
Yeah, no. I mean, I was just curious if like if you two had the bond, the close
Oh.
bond, yeah, when it
Yeah.
happened.
dear.
I gave him
That was just another horse, you know?
Roach.
That's
I know, but
just
they do a
some
good job of just like
pixels.
giving you like a new horse right away. Like I picked up my saddle where the horse died, and then it was like, oh, hey, there's another horse here you can saddle.
Aw.
Put your saddle on.
Yeah.
They just give you a new horse, which is nice. It's probably better than my other one anyway. But
Aww.
I have like a download code for like a war horse, which I should probably
Yeah.
do that.
Well, if it's not a unicorn, I'm not interested.
Oh, I wonder if the online will get weird.
Oh, it's gonna get weird.
Like,
Yeah, I wonder. It's like you should do some pretty crazy cars, because you know it's like in terms of mechanical engineering, you know, kind of sky's the limit.
Mm.
But like, with Red Dead Online, it's like, are we gonna get like these rainbow horses or something like that?
I mean,
You know?
If
To
it ever
be
comes
fair-
to PC, I'm sure it'll get modded.
The first Red Dead did have the whole zombie mode, the whole zombies campaign.
Yeah.
So like they're
Yeah.
not willing. They're willing to get weird. And I mean,
Right.
from what I hear, I've already like. I mean, I kind of like have some spoilers just through like different situations, and like I think there's some already pretty weird stuff in the campaign.
Oh,
like
cool.
not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
consequential stuff, but like little because like Rockstar always gonna put their Easter eggs in these weird Easter eggs in their game. So I think they're doing that a little bit with this one too.
I thought I saw
Interesting.
a cheats page, and I was
Yes.
confused about. I don't know where you enter the cheats, but that's fun. Like, I'm glad Rockstar's keeping up with the whole. Like, I still remember GTA 3. Like,
Oh yeah.
Mm,
I
yeah.
still remember those.
Oh, yeah.
So like, cool that they're still kind of keeping that alive with it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just I'm not sure what it is.
I
but-
feel like it would be like if they didn't include them, it would kind of be like there would be a stink about it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, this game took forever to come out. And
Yeah.
Right.
we should probably also address like. Did you guys talk about this last week? So the whole 100-hour work thing.
No. No.
Okay, so like the guy came out and was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you've been spending 100-hour work weeks on this."
Yeah,
oh,
that's right.
that
yeah,
whole thing.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I just see what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably not say that out loud. Like that's not really.
Right.
At least not in like the way he said it, because he
I
was
think-
like
Yeah.
almost bragging about it. Like even if it
I know, it
was
was
like
like
an
that was
exaggeration,
supposed
like
to be more like a joke or like a brag or something. You know, it's
Don't-
like, oh yeah, we've been cranking out 100-hour weights. It's like, what?
that's not a good thing. Like I mean, because like
It's like,
especially
bruh.
with the whole Telltale thing and the horror stories we've seen
Yeah,
about
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
That's not really something you want. I mean, who knows? Like that's not like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
But,
like that's not
But
something
it,
to talk about.
as like, as like, as bad as it is that they're spending like all that time, like, where that's very detailed. And,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I have so much respect for the people who worked. Like as Namu not play it, like I have so much respect for like the thousands of people who worked on this game. Because I mean, even if you like, if it's not something you can't deny, the achievement that this game is.
Right. Yeah.
I think the issue.
It definitely. Oh, go ahead, Anthony.
I think the issue that I had with the whole 100-hour thing was, is it going to end up where they're like rushing to try and finish it, and then it's going to look, or not look, but like have elements that are, have been shortchanged to try and get the game out, kind of thing. But they've done
Yeah,
a pretty
'cause
good job. The only issue that I think that it has so far is it's got not very mixed reviews, but people either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
So it's got a
I
lot
mean-
of 10s, but then it's got some like 6s and 7s as well.
Well, that's not hating the game. To be, that's still like
Yeah,
still a good,
yeah, yeah.
That's still a good game.
Yeah.
But no,
I'm
I've
just saying,
seen,
like,
no, I have definitely seen people like reactions like being like, "This is not my like." I like maybe not like I haven't enjoyed this game, but it's like this isn't like my type of game. Like I'm not really behind this, so it is like it is kind of surprising. Like not because like with a game like this hype, it is like kind of like. Even like saying something like I'm not like it's not I'm a little disappointed by it is kind of like a divisive opinion.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, like, I don't even really like open world games all that much.
Yeah.
I
Me neither, for the
just,
most
'cause I
part.
tend, like when GTA came out, I tend to like stick to the missions and do that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But I think this game is big enough. Like, there's so much to do. I think most everyone should have something they like in it.
Yeah.
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 There's just so much. Whether it's a story, which is pretty good so far. I mean, can be a little ham-fisted at points, it seems like, but it's good. Like the way they break down each character, like so each member of the gang, you're like, oh, this guy's good at hunting. This guy's kind of a dirtbag. Like kind of.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
that's cool.
Learn about each character and kind of interesting.
I was ready.
Because you do
Oh, go
know. Yeah, no, sorry. You just know the outcome of a lot of these characters.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to kind of because I recognize the names. I don't remember what happened to them. So it's like oh, I remember that guy's name. What did I kill him in the Red Dead Redemption 1?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Do
Yeah.
you need to have played the first game to play this?
No.
Yeah.
It's a
Ultimately, no.
Completely
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Ultimately, no.
I thought
There are gonna be nods to it, but
Yeah.
there's nothing that
nothing significant.
yeah.
And it's like, especially if you've been like a lore buff of RDR, which is strange as it sounds, they do exist and whatnot. 'Cause,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It's like
bet it's
RDR
for
was
everything.
a super captivating game back in 2010.
Yeah.
Oh heck
So it's like, there's still people that are super into it. And it's just like, there's a lot. it's like definitely for them the story is more about the journey and not the end, or it's like not the destination. But then it's just like if you're someone who remembers just a little bit of the first game, didn't really brush up on anything, you shouldn't jump into it. It's like you're kind of playing it for a little bit of everything, you know? Just kind of taking it in. All right, so I think we've talked about RDR enough. Let's give it a rest because it is going to get brought up later in the show. Although, yeah. Anyway, Andrew, keep talking. Sean Bean is in Hitman 2.
Yes.
Ooh.
All right, do you guys know who Sean Bean is first?
Yes.
Is he gonna die in this one?
You can just ask him.
That was a really bad joke because obviously he's going to die. I mean, I already knew, like, knowing what he is alone in the game.
Like, Sean Bean is, like, I guess notoriously known for dying.
Yes.
In his movies. Like if you see 007.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Game of Thrones. Pretty much everything is in. He just.
Yeah, Sean Bean died at some point, you know.
Poor dude.
So, Hitman 2, which I think comes out this month or next month. You get to, as one of the elusive targets, you get to kill Sean Bean, which is super fun. They did something with like the first game. It had like Gary Busey and like Gary Cole in
Amazing.
it, so you could like kill both of them at one point, which was really silly and fun. But my question is, if we got to put a celebrity into Hitman 2 to murder, hypothetically, no hard feelings to any of these celebrities.
Okay. Yeah.
Into the game to assassinate, who would you pick? I'll give you guys.
I actually, just the moment I saw this, like, it popped in my head. Like, not even like the fact of killing him. I just think Jeff Goldblum having him in there is like a target.
That'd
would
be
just
great.
be like, okay, for one, it would be totally something he would do. He would totally be up for it. And two, it's just silly, like having Jeff Goldblum as this like master assassin or like master criminal that you need to just take out. And I don't know. It's something he would do. Like, he likes to do these weird cameo roles and just pop in whatever weird thing like to do. So I don't know. It'd be silly, and because these games are pretty silly for the most part. Like they get weird. So
what?
I can just see him being like a weird guy, just like going on a really long explanation about something. And you're just like,
oh yeah,
him talking all weird and stuff.
Pop him in the head.
And then you just like off.
Yeah, then you just murder him. Oh, that would be
okay. That's a pretty solid answer. I like it.
I like
that. Anthony, what
I mean, it's not that I don't like this guy, but I think he would do well. I think he would bring some, like, some of the stuff that he says and whatnot. Samuel L. Jackson, that'd be pretty
That's
funny.
what I was gonna say!
Oh, no.
Really? Okay. You guys have watched Kingsman, right?
Yeah, but still.
Okay. Yeah.
Like the original, like him just cursing a bunch or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, chasing him or something. It's like...
Have you seen Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
Where so he's like giving this whole like motivational speech. He's like yelling and stuff, and all of a sudden, I know a shark just like bah! Just like gets him like in the middle of his like
amazing
speech, and you're just like, I thought he was a good character.
Yeah. Or it's like, you know, he could be like in game, he could be like a terrorist who plans to release snakes on a passenger plane or something. And like you have to stop the assassination plot.
Oh,
that's pretty good. Yeah, just something silly. I think Samuel Jackson would be perfect.
All right, Andrew, do you have another answer besides Samuel Jackson or no?
Oh no, that took my answer.
Okay.
I gotta think. You can come back to me.
Okay. My answer is Daniel Radcliffe, inspired by the picture of him in his bathrobe and slippers holding like 2 guns. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the picture really quick. I'm pretty sure if I just do Daniel Radcliffe 2 guns, it'll come up.
I don't want that in my browser history. I don't know what's gonna pop up.
Okay, I got it. Okay.
Cool.
This is great. Let's see. It would help if you had like the actual link. If I put it in Discord, it'll give you a link to put it in.
I can't open it in Discord.
I have seen this. This is from a movie,
that
right?
picture, yeah.
Okay,
That is up in Twitch chat or something with that, yeah.
Oh,
it's just
no.
like he's be like standing out on his porch or something, going all crazy or something, you know? Just like.
Oh no,
dear.
the Discord app. What is that gonna do?
oh my
Oh no, okay, we're good.
Yeah. You know. So that's.
Right. I do got different. Danny DeVito, just because.
Oh no.
Oh,
You and your
no.
Danny DeVito answers.
I know, I had to do it.
I mean, he
You
could
know
be,
you had to do it to him. You know.
he could be creepy when he wants to be. evil. Yeah, he was great as the Penguin. Like he could be evil and dastardly when he
I
likes
could
to
just
be.
see him being like a weird, like always sunny character. And,
Yeah.
Arnold
Honestly, like having the
Schwarzenegger would be
Always
good.
Sunny, like just the whole cast in there, just you have to kill, like just as a group kill you.
They
have
would
to kill
probably
one
just
each
kill
one.
each other in that game. To be honest.
Probably.
Yeah, like, if you just wait long enough.
This is pretty good. This is a good topic, Andrew.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's a little slow, so I decided to.
Yeah. No. This
Yeah,
is.
it's been a slow news week.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah. This is good. It's been slow because everyone's been busy playing Red Dead.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're
and
just like
everyone's,
not
like, got
bother.
Everyone got out of the way, right? Too. Everyone's like, "Well, we're not doing anything."
Oh, yeah.
This week, you know?
Well,
Right,
Paris
it's like,
Games
why
Week's
bother?
on at the moment, so they should be
Written
stepping
off.
out.
Which reminds me, did you guys? There's a couple of delays too. I don't know if we talked about it.
For what? TwitchCon?
No delay. A couple games got pushed.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
no.
Yeah. Days Gone, that Sony exclusive.
Yeah.
Got
Oh
pushed.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was a last week I think, or was it
Was
this
it
week?
last week? I think it was this week.
Was that this? Oh
That's
wow.
old news. No, no.
That shows you how That shows you how like maybe it hasn't been a slow news week.
Maybe it was. Maybe it was late last. But
I
it's
mean-
one of those, like, oh, it was on that day that every game was coming out. and
Yeah,
they pushed
one
it.
of those games is gonna fall.
Yeah.
I think another one is too, just because like that's a lot
Mm.
And
of
then,
games on one day.
and then Sonic All Stars Racing.
Oh, I heard about that
Ah,
actually.
good riddance.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Good. Oh, good riddance. Anthony's got some hate up there.
Good riddance, blimey. The first one was shocking. And I
Did
think,
you
Aidan-
know?
Aiden,
in that-
your network has died, by the way.
yeah.
Oh yeah, he died.
It's like you
Okay.
you watch like Angry Joe playing it.
Yeah.
And then he's
Sorry,
like,
I like broke my connection is breaking up for a little bit. What
Yeah.
did you say?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, we're just talking about Sonic All Stars Racing.
Oh
Yeah.
How
yeah.
good it is and how much Anthony wants to play it.
yeah,
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
crying. I'm broken that it is.
So I guess in the
delayed.
last one, did you guys know you could play as like Danica Patrick?
Oh yeah.
What?
She was an Easter egg. Yeah.
Wait, what?
You know
Yeah.
the GoDaddy race girl? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know who
Oh,
Danica
no.
Patrick is.
Okay. Yeah.
But like that just, I
She's
mean,
in that game.
she must be
I
desperate
was-
to get a role in that.
I have no idea what car
Why
she
did
has. She just has like a regular stock car against all their like
Yep.
planes and stuff.
that seems very concerning comparing like her, like seeing her like next to all the other Sonic characters.
Yeah, it would be really jarring. I feel like.
Yeah.
Didn't
She's
they
not, like-
have?
Oh, go ahead.
So I was like, did they like? Cause I know they've like done a lot of Sonic games. Like, was that the one that had different Sega characters? Or that was like I know they did that with like tennis.
Yeah, so like All Star, I guess it's just a bunch of their.
Yeah, cause like they had
It's
just
like
characters.
discount Mario Tennis Aces.
Yeah, like they had characters from like I didn't know if they did it with
It really
Racing 2
is.
because I just remember like characters from the House of the Dead and like Billy
Yeah.
Hatcher and like the
Really?
Dreams
Oh,
guy,
that's
just
weird.
like just all like playing.
Playing tennis.
Is that in that really old tennis game for like PS2 or something, wasn't it? Can't remember what it's called though.
I don't know. I've seen some virtual tennis. Give me that game back. You do virtual tennis.
Give us Rockstar Table Tennis back.
Oh, isn't that backwards compatible? Play
I
that.
think so, yeah.
You really want to down. Table tennis.
All right. So,
Anywho.
I'm not quite ready to talk about Red Dead again. So, Aiden, the weird Smash leak. What is this whole thing? Break it down for us, if you will.
I think he might be muted.
I think he muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're talking, we can't hear anything.
No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. there you go.
Yes.
Okay, so as you are probably aware, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is coming in December to Nintendo Switch. It's like pretty much everything that's been in Smash is going to be in this game, but obviously some new characters. So I don't even know how this leak. Like, I mean, I know where this leak came from, but I don't know like how it like spread. So there have been some like leaks of the post, because you know like how they have that banner art that has all the spiders in it, like saying like everyone's here, and like they add to it every time they choose a character.
Yeah.
Well, this like very blurry one was uploaded that like supposedly had the full roster, and so it has like there are 8 new characters, and they are 2 Echo Fighters, which are like the duplicate characters, like all the characters. So Shadow the Hedgehog,
Oh,
for Sonic the Hedgehog,
Give
Oh,
him
no.
guns. Give him his
Oh,
guns.
no.
back.
I know.
and then Ken for as a Echo Fighter for Ryu. but then but then really thing interesting is the new characters, and also let me just say this has been confirmed at all. Like, it's pretty likely that this is not real, but like it's caused a lot of uproar about it. So so there would be Banjo-Kazooie from Banjo-Kazooie, which is like would be crazy because like I mean Microsoft, but I mean Nintendo and Microsoft have Nintendo and Microsoft have been kind of buddying up lately this generation with the whole crossplay thing.
True.
Yeah.
Gino from Super Mario RPG.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know, he's like the puppet guy he also shoots guns.
Oh, okay.
The chorus kids from Rhythm Heaven, if you've played the Rhythm Heaven games.
I love. Okay, that'd be awesome. That's fun.
Isaac from Golden Sun.
Okay.
And then Mac Rider from Mac Rider, or whatever you pronounce it. I'm just like, which is like a really old game from like the NES.
Yeah. Okay.
And so like, so the whole thing is like the whole reason this okay, so it's kind of like this whole story kind of has a lot of weird layers to it. So, because Smash Leaks happen all the time. Like, there's like every other day you have a rumored character that turns out to not be real. Because I remember for Wii U, everyone thought Rayman was going to be in it, and so, I think it was originally posted on Snap on like this image, if it was real, was posted on Snapchat, showing this poster, and then through people found this. They found that like this guy like through a LinkedIn page, they found he works for this marketing company, and also in that image, in one of the Snapchat image, showed promotional art for the upcoming Grinch animated movie. So like it's just this weird this weird like kind of like onion, like there's more layers the more you get involved in. Like there's also I guess like one of their clients that they've worked for was Bandai Namco, who is developing this game and also developed the Wii U one. So it's like there are a lot of things that like potentially tip this in this favor, but like obviously with any leak, like who knows, like we don't know the length people go for leaks sometimes, like so I personally am not buying it because it's like a wait and see, because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just like, because this game is going to be big. Like there's going to be like over 100 stages and like the most like over 80 characters. But so I don't know. Do you guys buy that specific group of characters in Smash? And if so, what are your feelings on those characters being introduced? Like, what would if potentially being in Smash? Like, what are your feelings on those characters being
say
part of the roster?
Okay, can I just say that my favorite part about this is that Waluigi isn't in the leak?
That
is my favorite part about this.
He was announced as a trophy, right? Assist trophy, I think, right?
Yeah.
So once that happened, I was like,
they're not
sorry,
gonna bring him back.
Sorry, you guys.
Yeah. But okay.
I believe that these characters. It's a little like there's some characters that I'm like, why? Like Mock Rider. Like.
But like these are also a game that has like Rob and like the Wii Fit trainer and the Duck Hunt dog. So like they like to get weird.
I did look up Mock Rider because I had no idea what the character is like, but he looks a lot like Captain Falcon. So.
Yeah.
There's no way that could potentially be an Echo Fighter for Captain Falcon?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Maybe. It's possible. Like, this is just like based off of like the one source I had. Like, obviously this is like not confirmed. Like, there's literally all that's known about them is like just that they are in this art.
The more I look at that art, the more I believe it. Like at first, I was like, this looks like garbage, and then I look, I was like, oh no,
that's the thing. Like
the little black speck right there, that's Shadow.
Yeah, it's like
as they outline it and stuff. Yeah, you're right. That looks about right.
Yeah.
If you wear a -2 and -1 prescription contact, alternate them, and then squint your eyes and stand about 50 feet back, you can kind of make out Shadow the Hedgehog in the left corner there.
He's the one that looks, I think, the most like, that looks like Shadow.
Why would they use a failed hedgehog who's had bad games and whatnot? Why wouldn't they just use Knuckles as like Sonic's?
Because Shadow is surprisingly very popular.
Congratulations, we just got lynched by the Sonic the Hedgehog community.
Yeah, no. I was trying to like, I like was trying to like hold my breath with the Sonic Racing thing, but
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Sonic.
I've got no idea what you're talking about, so cool.
You want Anthony to say your piece, just we can't hear him.
Ah, okay, cool. So, I mean, like, I've played a couple of the Shadow games and whatnot, and games that I think he's only been in 2 or something like that. I don't know if people find him popular or whatnot. Maybe they do, but as, like, a marketing ploy, wouldn't it be better to use, like, a character that's going to be in one of the upcoming games? Like Knuckles or something like that?
Damn, then you gotta create a whole new character as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe,
as,
yeah.
like, a Shadow. It's a Shadow fighter kind of thing.
Yeah, but like then you really get the Sonic people pissed off because I don't think Knuckles doesn't run fast, man.
Yeah.
He runs pretty fast, I guess, right?
Yeah, it is. Hi, Aiden.
He's like, Knuckles...
We still can't hear Aiden.
Yeah, I think
Nah,
he's
he's
Knuckles
seven,
and
he's
Tails.
seven.
Knuckles is nearly as
Can you
fast
hear
as
me
Sonic,
now?
I believe. it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, and I also was breaking up, so like I couldn't speak. I couldn't like hear you guys saying, but also like speaking of the Sonic Racing, that has Silver the Hedgehog in it, and like speaking of failures, like they
Who?
don't really like that. Yeah, so that game like
Exactly.
that game went back. So like I don't because like Sonic is like Sato's been like a rumored character for a while now. It's like the thing is like that kind of also makes it kind of like I don't know if this is real because these are all for the most part like highly requested some of the most highly requested characters. So it's kind of thing. It's like is it too good to be true?
I don't know. I think the 3 that I believe the most out of this leak would be the Rhythm people from Rhythm
Yeah.
Heaven,
Yeah.
the chorus kids. And then I could believe the 2 Echo Fighters, like those
Yes.
Shadow
Yeah.
and the Christmas Tree Fighter. They both seem super reasonable, you know?
It
Yeah.
was like a kind of like a no-brainer when, oh, we're doing Echo Fires on okay.
Yeah.
It's like, alright, well, they're Shadow, and then there's gotta be another, like, Street Fighter character, right? You know?
True.
Yeah. Ken will be.
But then it's like, if they're willing to put the Animal Crossing villager in, then it's like they didn't probably make the chorus kids
Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
This is a random question, but is Isabelle, that's her name,
Yeah.
she an Echo Fighter for the village?
No, she is a
Her own thing.
She's
she's a her own
standalone.
character.
She just looks. She has like the same moveset. It looks like.
They're
I mean-
different, trust me.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. I was
Yeah,
just like
they're
confused. I was
different.
like, they didn't really explain that. 'Cause I like saw her like playing a little bit. And I was like, oh, this is like.
I feel like they wouldn't dedicate like, and especially I just feel like they wouldn't dedicate a whole like trailer announcement for an Echo Fighter. They usually like kind of just like add on like, oh, this is an Echo Fighter for that character.
Sure they do, but also Nintendo has nothing right now. So I mean,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Anthony, what were you just saying? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, there we
you
go. I don't know if I believe any of it at all. I don't. I mean, it's just a rumor, so I'm not going to know until they
Yeah.
actually, you know, give us facts
Yeah.
or whatnot. But I mean, it's probably. I don't know. Like some of, like as you said, the chorus kids are probably a good match for it. But I don't really see Shadow being in it. Is all. So yeah, it's like a hit and miss. Some might be, some might not be.
It's like, I think I do have to say that it's like, if any of them turned out to be true, then it could have been a lucky guess. Like, I
Yeah.
think they were lucky guesses, but you never know.
I
If they
don't
all
know.
turn out to be true, then this was probably legit because probably
Yeah.
fun.
I feel like this is kind of a thing where it's like it's either completely true or
Yeah.
completely not true.
Oh, okay, so you don't
because-
think there's an in between?
I don't know, just because obviously like they do like there could be characters that are in like that for very well, but it just seems like a leak like this when it's like this big of a leak, like it's either like completely true or just like none of these characters is like it's just complete crap, like they just do that out of the air.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Alright, so do you know what? Play the game in December, guys. That's all
Who
I gotta
cares?
say. No?
We'll find out, right?
I don't say who
I
cares,
care.
but just
Yeah.
like,
I care.
Can
can I just say that like all the like memes and art with Isabelle and Snake were really cute?
Oh, I
It's-
know.
it's-
Seen some of it.
It's just getting like Kingdom Hearts now. Like,
Well,
they've-
that's why Aiden likes it so much. It all makes sense.
Oh
Yes.
man.
look, come on.
Okay.
They've like confirmed everything in Kingdom Hearts 3 or whatever it is that's coming out now. Like they've confirmed all the worlds, they've confirmed a lot of characters and all that. Why do they have to do that? Why can't it be?
I mean,
Why can't it be exciting to see? Oh wow, this world's gonna be there, or this character's gonna be there. Blah blah. Why ruin it for people?
technically
I
we
think so,
don't know
yeah.
if they've confirmed all the Kingdom Hearts worlds yet.
Well, they said back in E3 that they're going to. So
I mean, like I said, these aren't confirmed. Like, all we know, because characters like the Duck Hunt dog, I think they found him because they data mined the game. So, like, he wasn't like supposed to be officially announced until the game came out. So, I mean, this could have been just like, if this is real, Nintendo could have just been like, we're waiting, and then they're like, well, crap, what do we do now?
Yeah, true.
All right, very fun, very fun. So I guess it's time we swing all the way full circle around back to RDR2. Anthony, PS4 players are apparently misled by RDR2?
Correct. What? Well, it's not so much Red Dead Redemption, it is more Sony on this.
Okay.
So, basically the new lot of... So, with the whole Red Dead Redemption 2 coming out, Microsoft did their whole marketing thing of like, hey, pick up an Xbox One X, you can play the game in 4K, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, blah, blah, blah. So Sony kind of saw the same thing. We're like, okay, well, we need to do the same kind of marketing ploy like most companies do. In the like marketing art that they had you know, a picture of the console and play in 4K on PS4 Pro. That's their exact words. However, the game does not play in 4K at all.
That explains a lot, actually. Okay.
So I can read some of the, because it gets a little bit technical. But basically, Xbox One X was touted as the world's most powerful console before it was officially released.
Yeah.
And it still is. Being inferior to Microsoft in terms of sheer console power, Sony decided to advertise the best of their own lineup, the PS4 Pro, together with Red Dead Redemption 2. As they introduced a bundle where players would be able to play a PS4 Pro together with Red Dead Redemption 2. This would be well and fine if it weren't for the fact that Sony decided to try their luck at what some would call a slippery advertising. The commercial advertised Red Dead Redemption 2 and shows a giant 4K logo implying that the game plays in 4K resolution on the console. However, just underneath the picture of the package, there's fine print that reads game outputs in 2160p. Now, most people would probably think it's logical that the game outputs in said resolution because, after all, 4K equals 3840 by 2160. However, the game plays in 1920 by 2160, so it's still quite a ways off. The thing is, though, Sony is using their upscaling technology.
I was about to say, it's like, this legally has no case for false advertising because it probably upscales.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the people who have written this did a comparison between Xbox and Sony and found out that, mind you, Sony didn't actually say what the output was going to be. They didn't say that it was going to be 1920 by 2160. They just advertised that it was going to be 2160, but then upon further analysis, they've found out what it actually is.
Wait, hold on. What's the resolution it actually runs at?
1920 by 2160.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this, well, the aforementioned pixel count does indeed give the 4K resolution, and it's not necessarily always the case because there is such a thing as checkboarding or upscaling. The fake 4K resolution is really 1920 by 2160. That's what they're saying.
Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. You're saying that the height is greater than the width?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's playing in bars, I guess at its moments, maybe.
I mean that'd be like a 4:3 aspect ratio.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
More
It'd be
fake
like something
news.
you're playing under. Oh God, did we encounter fake news? Did Aidan die again?
No, I'm just like,
Oh, okay.
like kind of like, this is like out of my, like I very little about the technical realm, but
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
well,
Go for it.
Go for it.
I mean, does the PS4, like, it can't run true 4K,
No.
right?
No,
Like the
I
Xbox
don't-
One X can. It's like,
I
yeah,
don't
like I said, it's
think-
the checkerboarding that they use to get the 4K, right?
Yeah.
Does One X even do it native? It doesn't do it
Yes,
natively.
it does native.
Oh, it does native?
Yeah.
Yeah, both, or no, I'm sorry, not both. The PS4 Pro, it upscales. It relies on upscaling quite a
Yeah.
bit.
So
That's the thing.
I think with this is the base game before it upscales is 1920 by 2160. Then after it upscales, it jumps into 4K, but it's achieving 4K after the upscaling. I think that's what they're trying to say.
Well, my point is that 1920 by 2160 isn't a valid resolution.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I think it's that before it gets upscaled. And then it jumps into a valid resolution kind of thing.
So, that doesn't jive with me.
That requires more research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like we understand what 1920 by 2160 would be, right? That'd be like, you know, you ever play a game like Portrait Mode on your phone?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
something
yeah,
like that. It's like that's that spec of resolution. We're thinking more of like a vertical rectangle instead of a horizontal one.
Weird.
So yeah, fake news.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, I on one hand, like, I kind of get why Sony would want to advertise 4K because I mean they have the whole marketing deal with Red Dead. Like they're very Red Dead's very closely tied with PlayStation, like with marketing and the DLC. So like I get like they probably don't want to like I mean obviously it's gonna come out, but like they don't want to like seem like, oh, Xbox One X runs it runs best on Xbox One X when that's not what the game is aligning with. So I get them like trying to like sell that on a marketing level, but. Like I said, I'm not the most well-versed in the technical side of things, so this is kind of something that's like not out of my element. So I really don't want to say like too much because like I don't want to talk that much about a topic I'm not super familiar with.
This is one of those things where it's like it's misleading, but it's not necessarily lying to you.
Yeah,
it's not false advertising.
Yeah, it's not false advertising, but it's pretty misleading.
The main,
it's really shady.
The main story is that people aren't very happy about it. Upon further research, the PS4 Pro outputs at 1080, not 2160. So it's 1920 by 1080, which is average.
Oh, okay. Then I wonder if that article got typoed or something.
Yeah,
possibly.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Oh, okay, then, yeah,
it's way down. It's like not even,
So it's like, alright, so 1920 by 1080 is 1080p, which is like full HD, which has been the standard for years, right? Give you the idea, 4K, which is 3840 by 2160, that's 4 times the size. It's 4 times the pixels of 1080p.
Yep.
So, Andrew has mentioned it a few times, and it's like, you see quite a few Ubisoft games do this, interestingly enough. Is that they do the checkerboard technique.
Yeah.
Or it's basically like they substitute in the remaining like 3/4 of pixels.
Yeah.
Based on going from interesting. Yeah. Okay. And that's a way of upscaling. Huh.
Yeah.
That does make a lot of sense though.
Mhm.
Yeah. That does make a lot of sense for just like my experience playing on it.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is that people are just saying that, hey, you know, you kind of advertise it as being 4K, why are you then not giving us that kind of thing? It's not so much of, it's, you know, fake advertising or anything like that. It's just people aren't happy about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Say, the game looks fantastic no matter what you play it on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
But, you know, and this, like, a lot of people care about resolution and frame rate, and, like, they care, like, that, for something that, like, for me, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, sometimes it does, depending on the game, but, like, I don't really care, like, the resolution all that much. But, like, I know some people, like, they are, like, very, very passionate about it.
Well, when you're playing No Man's Sky, it darn well does, because that only hits 7 frames per second.
Oh.
I
said specific games.
I was just saying, people pay for like these big old things that can run them at whatever speed. So they're gonna be mad when it doesn't run it.
No, I know. Yeah.
Right.
Supposed to or whatever, which is fine.
Like I got annoyed playing Red Dead earlier this morning. It was like I just delayed, a random frame rate dip.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, just like even though it's like the scene didn't really change in complexity in any meaningful way, it's just like it was just kind of dip. Okay, interesting.
Like, how much of it, like a bad? I mean, obviously a noticeable one, but
yeah, it was noticeable. That was about it. It wasn't necessarily unplayable, just because the most I was ever doing during this time would be walking a horse. But, yeah. It was just like, oh, what? Okay.
Yeah, it's a known issue in dense areas. Apparently, it drops down to around 15 or so.
I haven't encountered. Well, I haven't been in dense areas yet.
Yeah. That sounds about. Well, no, actually, this was closer to maybe like 24 or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not terrible.
No, But
15 though, that's pretty rough.
Reminds me of like The Witcher 3 when you would go to like the swamp areas. Like,
Oh god.
down.
Oh
I haven't
god.
had Red Dead as bad as that, like that.
Yeah.
Bad, but
Yeah.
big
I heard one
games
that-
they're gonna have.
Yeah, I heard there's one in Odyssey that's like rare, but like like it's like super rare, but like when it happened, massive. Like it like is crippling almost.
I can see
Okay.
that. That game is massive. That game's huge. Talking about big
Oh, I
game.
know.
Okay.
Too many big games.
It came out like a year ago yesterday, right?
Odyssey?
Yeah.
It came
I was
out,
talking about Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh,
yeah,
my
yeah,
bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. I did not notice any frame rate issues in Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh,
Fair.
I feel like that game's like the. Oh, I either buy like you don't have enough money to buy Red Dead, so you just bought like Assassin's Creed Odyssey instead.
But
It's like,
Yeah.
I guess, man.
I mean, that's a meaty game on its own.
no,
You're a
it's-
different
yeah.
kind of cowboy in that game, I
Yeah,
guess. I don't know.
That's my point. It's just like
Yeah.
it's like very similar in a lot of ways, but obviously
Yeah.
not.
Very different too. Yeah.
very different, but like a lot of like not like just the core stuff is kind of there.
Yeah.
Sounds like we
Alright.
have someone in the chat who doesn't really like Red Dead that much. Poetry Batman, the simulation mechanics in Red Dead Redemption 2 are all fine while I'm doing missions, but they make for a far less interesting experience when playing multiplayer or replaying the game.
Yeah, I could see how in
Yeah.
replay you could kind of get bogged down by like picking up opening every drawer and like picking one at a time.
Yeah.
One at a time. I can see how that could get bogged down.
Two things here. One, no multiplayer yet. Two,
Good.
yeah. Oh, it could. Okay. Two,
Yeah.
how are you at the? Oh, he's not saying he has done this. He's saying it could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's
I
saying
feel
My
like-
bad.
theoretically.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I feel like multiplayer is not gonna have as like intricate systems because it's like, I feel like it's not gonna have like the whole pick up everything. I
That'd be
would hope.
really
I-
unfun.
I
Yeah.
think they're gonna. I think they're gonna go for it. I don't know. Like they're. ugh,
I don't
They've
know, because like with the
already
whole,
systems. I mean.
I know, but like with like around, at least if they're following the GTA model, like they're more focused like having just fun. But also GTA is more like is a much more out there game than Red Dead is in general. Like I mean, you
Yeah.
could argue that with GTA, the whole goal is to have fun.
Yeah.
Where like Red Dead, like they are telling a story, they want you to then they want you to be in this, immerse yourself. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean.
If I had to take
What's-
any one game with me from this year to a desert island, and I would probably choose between God of War or Spider-Man. Red Dead Redemption 2, while it is lovely, is definitely a third place game, or isn't even a contender.
I choose between God of War or Spider-Man. Oh.
Yeah, God of War or Spider-Man.
Okay.
Sorry,
I
the
would still
text-
probably take like Skyrim.
If
I
I
would take
oh
this
Skyrim,
year?
what?
of this
From
year,
this
I would probably take Spider-Man because like I'm still
Oh,
like
this year. Okay.
Yeah,
working
this
my
year.
way through like that 100%.
If
I'm
I
thinking-
read comments incorrectly, it's because the text is like tiny, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
like
fine,
trying
that's
to
fine.
lean forward.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I think Red Dead, hands down.
Oh,
James
proud,
here.
yeah.
I
Game
played
was
all
there.
those games and
Yeah,
I finished one of those games so far. The other one is still.
Probably Forza Horizon 4 for me, because I don't know. It's like,
Wow.
I feel like I'd probably just like drive around and upgrade cars and whatnot,
Yeah.
like endlessly on the island. So I think that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
That's
And you
not
know, it's like it might not have to be as stressful as like playing Red Dead or something. You know.
I think Red Dead can be super unstressful. Like I'm just like riding
Yeah.
my horsey around, petting him.
Killing my horsey.
You don't
Yeah.
have to kill anybody. You know?
Yeah.
Except when you're forced to in story missions.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you get shot.
Yeah.
I think,
How do you like the shooting mechanics there? I know you said you had some trouble aiming because of the controller, but
They're not horrible. I wish they would have. Again, I wish they would have explained a little bit more about like. So you know, it's like most, or it's like all guns back then were like lever action to some degree. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like especially if you got a repeater, you don't have to wait for the game to do it for you. Like you can just press the button again. Oh, you're good to go. Press it again. You're shooting. Press it again. Oh, you did it. But it's like they don't tell you that the game will eventually do it for you.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Did
okay, but
I don't know if you mess with it, but like you can just like do that stuff if you don't aim. You don't have to aim every time you shoot.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like I I figured that out like 4 hours in it. You don't even have to like you can like fan the hammer or whatever.
Yeah,
you wanna
yeah,
call it. It's really cool.
yeah, the one problem I really got, or it's like haven't quite figured out yet, is Deadeye.
It's so I don't know if it's for you, but it always like makes those little X's.
Yeah, it does.
for me. I don't know if that's always because I remember the first one you could just like slow it down and aim.
Yeah.
This one
Yeah,
is like
it's just like
automatically painting my target.
right. It's like I have
Oh, wow.
3 bullets on a dude. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, I want this other dude also, but I don't have
Okay.
time.
Yeah, as soon as you map over like a them in any point, they just like.
They adds up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I don't know. This hasn't happened to me in a while, but like during the story mission, there was like some really cool slow mo stuff as well.
Yes,
Like,
there is. Yes, there is.
I don't know if that's just mission based. Like, but I'm like shooting dudes and like bullets are going through people's necks. I'm just like, oh my god, this
I
is
guess,
so
like,
gnarly.
I guess if you go, I guess that system is based on the honor system a little bit. So if you go further, like be honorable, those kill cams look like more heroic and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
But then like if you are kind of a jerk and whatnot, they're a little bit gory.
No, I want the gory stuff.
Yeah. It's like, what, can I
Oh.
keep it honorable on the gore? Yeah.
You know, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just, I don't know.
All right. Anyway, so let's talk about 2 other games now. Battlefield 5 and Black Ops 4. So
Indeed.
Battlefield 5's core gameplay designer Florian Lebihan has been given a false positive from Black Ops 4 anti-cheat, subsequently banned from Black Ops 4 multiplayer.
Wait. Repeat that for me again.
So the core gameplay designer for Battlefield 5
Yeah.
got given a false positive from Black Ops 4's anti-cheat multiplayer, and so he was banned from the game.
Love it.
Yeah, I saw the gameplay on that too, like him shooting people and whatnot.
Yeah,
It's like how
he's pretty insane.
Yeah,
He's
he's
pretty
good.
insane.
He's really good. But how the heck can a bot think that you're, I don't know, cheating or something?
It's because Battlefield 5 and Call of Duty's anti-cheat, a lot of their portion does score per minute.
Yeah, true.
So if you have too high of a score per minute, then it'll start triggering stuff.
They'll be like, ooh, that's
He's
suspicious.
just like that good at the game.
Yeah, Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
that's the thing. So yeah, do you think he'll ever get unbanned?
Nah, they're like, no, this guy's he's the enemy. We don't
Okay.
want him.
Yeah,
we don't
I
want
mean-
him here.
Okay,
He has a case. I feel like he has a case if he wants to.
I know. Yeah.
Also, thank you for following Poetry Batman. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the follow.
Great
All
name
right.
too, by the way.
Have you played more Black Ops? Anybody or here? Or-
I've
oh, yeah,
played.
you're
the,
waiting for PC, huh? Yeah, man. That game's good, man.
I played the
Very
beta
good.
of it, and then I have a code for the digital deluxe version. I got a code for it, but again, with the issue with Red Dead, I don't have this. I'm waiting for my hard drive, so it's
Oh.
just sitting there. But like, I really want to get into it and play it.
It's good. I mean, I have the
It-
PC version, so it's a little more fast-paced. But...
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to play. I don't know. I like playing shooters on my console. Like, I don't play them competitively or anything. Like, I just like play them just like, oh, let's just run around this world and not get shot.
Yeah. Well, it's a
So-
little harder in that version just because it's all multiplayer.
I know. No, I know. I like when I played the beta. I mean, I really enjoyed it. I thought I really like Blackout 2.
Still haven't really touched that mode yet. I should probably get into. Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm someone who's a fan of Night, so like I like how it's like kind of like a more it is like very much a more intense version of
Yeah.
that. It's like the more polished, like it's like the battle royale for like the more technical shooters like out there because it has like the Call of Duty gameplay and control schemes as opposed to like
Yeah,
the-
it feels nice.
Fortnite and PUBG. So I mean, I think it's, as someone who's like not a big on Call of Duty or first person shooters in general, I really like. I was impressed by it, and like I'm itching to play it.
I was not arguing, but discussing this with you the other day, wasn't I? I think.
What's that?
Yes.
Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. I thought it was someone else as well.
No,
No,
I was
wait.
defending the merits of Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Fortnite's fine.
Good luck to you.
I like it.
Disgusting.
Shooting-
Disgusting. No.
Shooting- Revolting.
Bad, but it's
No,
a
I mean-
fine game.
I like it. Like I like playing it. I have fun playing it. It's not like the best game I ever played, and like Epic. Like I mean, I appreciate that Epic is supporting it. Like so much support behind it.
Oh dear. Dear me.
What?
One of the comments.
Twitch chat is
Yeah.
gold, pure gold.
Aiden, you've got a fan, I think.
He's just asking are you in a conference room at your school right now?
What?
Are you like at your school?
I am.
Okay, because I'm gonna say first of all, you had a real cool building. You live
Oh
in
yeah,
a
no,
really
this is
cool
like
house.
I had to take a trip to my school, and I was like, I need to find a room, and so I found this conference room, and here I am.
Very nice.
Yes, he was just asking if he said, "Are you like the gay intern from the from Archer with the ocelot?"
Yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, speaking of Archer, Archer is late to my Halloween costume, so I appreciate.
nice.
Oh wow,
tying in.
okay. I love that show so much. I really do.
That's true.
No, it just got real wild, and I just appreciate how they just stopped giving a crap.
Yeah, it's pretty
After
good.
Vice, it's absolutely insane.
I haven't seen, but wait, which one's Vice is the one? Yeah, I've
It's
seen
like
Vice.
season 4 or season 5.
Yeah.
That's the drug one.
Yeah. I never seen like a full season. I feel like I just watched a smattering of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think after my sophomore year of high school, I binge watched it, like
should
the
probably
entire
watch it.
series during the summer or something. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh man, it's a really fun show. All right. So that about wraps it up for gaming news and Red Dead Redemption news. All right. So movie. We got some movie news. Legendary Pictures plans a live-action My Hero Academia movie.
Oh
Perfect. This is
no.
what you've always wanted, right, Taylor?
God, no. I don't even know where. So it's like, have any of you guys seen the show?
No,
No.
I'm aware of it, but
Okay.
As am I.
Then I would advise you guys to look up some characters from
oh,
it
yeah,
and whatnot.
I've already seen characters from. Like,
Okay.
Not from it.
I was on Netflix and I swear there was another like anime full action movie that I looked at. And I was like, this is probably bad. I wonder what it was.
I mean,
Was it
Netflix
Bleach?
has a lot. There's like Bleach.
yes,
There's
it's
Death
Bleach.
No.
It's bad. It's bad.
Yes. At least
bad.
that time they got like it looked like they got like Japanese actors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I
Compared to-
don't get why they've even got to do live action. I mean, anime
Right.
is good, so leave it at that.
It's like I just don't understand how you could translate some of these characters to a real person. You know, like what the hell's All Might gonna look like? They should have like a buff Arnold or so, like what? I don't know.
Where would the movie end? Yeah, that's a good question. I haven't. Is there Bleach is on like 500 episodes.
Yeah, Bleach is very long running.
Season 350.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
MHA, My Hero Academia, isn't quite as long running, but it's on track to be quite honest. So.
I've
Oh,
heard
yeah.
it's good. I've heard it's fantastic. I just
Oh yeah, it's probably it's the better new shonen anime that's out right now. Like I really like the two like really big ones right now. You could also kind of argue Boruto, but the two really big ones are MHA and Black Clover. As much as I like Black Clover, I definitely prefer MHA.
I've been meaning to watch it. I'm really bad with watching TV in general. So
That's fair.
I've been trying to watch too.
Trying to watch what?
Crunchyroll recently. Is that free? Is there free?
It
version of that?
can be, yeah. You just have to watch like an advertisement every so often.
Yeah, that's fine. Maybe
Yeah.
I'll watch the thing on there. I just watched a bunch of True Detective.
Oh, okay.
That show's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, just okay. It's pretty good. That's fine. Anyone got high hopes for this movie? Because I really
No.
don't.
Yeah.
I can't say like one way or the other because like it's not a thing I'm connected to, but no, probably not.
Yeah.
Could do a Bleach movie because the season 1 finale was final, but My Hero Academia, well, good serial shonen, hasn't really had a final or finale of any of any of the
Major
major
themes.
themes. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's got it. It's
I
like,
need my
the
glasses.
story is still very much ongoing. The story is still very much ongoing. Like, there's no decent stopping point.
Mm.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not like so. There's like one big overarching arc, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like, there are like mini arcs, but it's just like the overarching story just kind of keeps continuing.
okay.
Yeah. Come to think of it, there could be kind of a place you could do it, but you would have to condense a lot of the things that come before it
Okay.
quite a bit.
I mean, they could always just because I mean I know the basic storyline. They could always just like take the base storyline, like just make their new story too. If really wanted to.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, they could. But then you run into stuff is like, well, is this considered canon or not? This is bad. We should.
No,
consider
I know. Like I
Yeah.
know it opens up a can of worms, but
Yeah.
it's a suggestion for the producers who are obviously watching.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And all right, believe it or not, that actually wasn't anime news. So the anime news is Funimation has been acquired by Sony, and
Oh, no.
subsequently, Funimation is going to pull out of the Verve partnership with Crunchyroll, and Funimation will be replaced by High Dive on the Verve service. This makes me depressed.
Wait, is that
What
English?
what did Funimation
Alright.
do?
Alright, so Crunchyroll's big claim to fame is that they simudub shows from Japan. And like
Right.
they have the majority of licenses for streaming and whatnot, etc., etc.
Mhm.
Right? Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like their whole thing is like within an hour or so of the show airing in Japan, of the image show airing in Japan, Crunchyroll will have it English subtitled, so people can watch it pretty quick. Funimation is kind of a similar thing, okay? They do have a couple exclusive licenses to like streaming certain shows and whatnot, but they do English dubs, so English voiceovers for shows instead of subtitles, and they're usually like 1 to 2 weeks behind, sometimes 3, like the currently aired episode, with their English dub for their show. And so Verve, which was a partnership and like alternate streaming service offered that was primarily funded by Crunchyroll and Funimation, and it's basically is instead of having to pay for both like Crunchyroll and Funimation, like a lot of people who wanted to legitimately pay for a service to stream anime would, then basically it's like, oh, you just pay for Verve, you did Crunchyroll, Funimation, and then there's some other stuff in there, like you get Rooster Teeth, there's this Asian drama thing, which there are a couple of Korean dramas I really liked, by the way. Anyway, no, I'm serious. There's one that's called like Children of the Sun or something like that, or no, it's Descendants of the Sun. It's pretty interesting. Okay, so check that out. But anyway, so yeah, Verve has a bunch of like other kind of like smaller streaming services looped into it. And now it's like Verve is about to lose a massive user base because most people only see the value in having like Crunchyroll and Funimation for under one subscription price and for lower the cost than paying for both of them. So people are just going to go back to choosing, oh, well, just Crunchyroll or just Verve, or go back to paying for both of them. It really matters. Yeah, so it's like, and then High Dive is a service similar to Crunchyroll, but it's like a really bad younger brother to Crunchyroll. It's like kind of almost
Too many subscription services.
Yeah, that's the world of anime streaming, everyone.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Cool.
Yeah. And then if you want to watch like classics like Spice and Wolf or something, you have to do to Hulu, which is
I just want to watch some Fist of the North Star and feel good about him punching people.
All right.
Find it.
Fair enough.
All right, that's fair. So anything to say about this whole Verve thing? Anyone at all?
I've never used the service.
All right.
Neither have I. We have like a bit of a different service over here, so.
Okay. Aiden, we can't hear you again.
Buddy.
Rip.
It's
Actually, hold on.
Okay.
All right, am I good?
Yeah.
I've just been constantly unplugging and it works. But no, I had this whole soapbox about all these like competing streaming services and how they are bad. They are bad for the industry in general. So I'm just like, great, more streaming services, because like it just leads to more pirating and like more just illegitimate legal stuff. So just, that's not what we want.
Unfortunately, at the same time, though, is just like Crunchyroll has definitely been in the position without any competition before.
Yeah.
And that breeds, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Yes. No. Competition is innovation and like, or maybe competition is
stagnant or whatever.
Yeah, competition is a good thing.
Yeah, it's like Crunchyroll. It's like there is a historical record for it with Crunchyroll. It's like they got super complacent when Funimation was having a rough patch and not a lot of people were onto it. So it's just
I have watched One Punch Man. It's so good. I've watched it like at least a few times. I'm like,
OPM is awesome.
I'm really looking forward to the second season. It's apparently never coming.
I think we're getting it in 2019, actually.
Yeah, it feels like it's like a different animation studio, so hopefully it's good. So.
Hopefully, yeah. All right, so that about does it. I did say we were going to do the podcast at the end of the show, but no one's asked us questions. So
I got some questions here from Poetry here.
Oh, yeah.
In the chat.
Yeah.
But nothing like we haven't answered.
Right. It needs to be an actual contest type thing. Yeah. So it's just like one person can't win by default. It has to be a random drawing between at least 2 people. Yeah. Anyway. So, I don't see anything else. Oh wait, Anthony, games releasing.
Yeah.
What's up for this week? Yeah.
So for this week, you nearly forgot me. So for this week we've got Call of, how the heck you pronounce it?
Cthulhu, right?
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu, yeah, something like that.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
Is that I need to look at that game.
It's like it's a video game version of the pen and paper Call of Cthulhu game. I don't know if you've heard it.
Okay,
I
yeah.
have. I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
play that.
I'm just excited for it. 'Cause, like I
Sold
love
me on that game.
horror and like Lovecraftian
Yeah,
crap,
okay.
so it's right up my alley.
That
Okay.
is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One in October the 30th. Hasbro Game Night is going to Switch, also on October the 30th. Lego Harry Potter Collection for the US is coming to Xbox One and Nintendo Switch, also on October the 30th.
Weird.
Risk is coming to Nintendo Switch, also on October the 30th. Sports Party is also coming to Switch on October the 30th. Streep X Games Pass, whatever that is.
Steep.
Ah, Steep.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah, the
Street.
the Streep Sports.
What the heck?
I was like, and then he said X Games. I was like, oh,
Steep X Games Pass is going to PC, PS4, Xbox One. I might actually get that because I've been wanting to get a Steep game for ages.
Okay.
Okay.
Trivial Pursuit Live is also coming to Switch on October the 30th as well. Orphan for PC is coming on October the 31st. Super Pixel Racers is going to PS4 and Xbox One on October the 31st. The Quiet Man is going to PC and PS4 on November the 1st.
I have heard
Finally.
some stuff about that game. I want to play that thing.
have you seen any like footage or trailers or anything from that game?
No, I
It's
heard it's bonkers.
Crazy. It like it mixes live action and like live action cutscenes with like CG gameplay, which is like, and
That
it's like
sounds so good.
the main character is deaf, so you can't hear anything, and like you can't like hear any noise except for like sound effects, and it's just I don't know what. At least, yeah, I'm just like on one hand I'm like, yay for Square for trying something new and different, but is this what we want? Is this what we wanted?
This is. Oh lord. Okay.
That looks fun.
Andrew, I
Look
believe
it
you
up on
have
YouTube.
seen some footage of it in E3, correct?
It was at E3.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, like that trailer. But I haven't seen like gameplay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had like streams and stuff for it. Like I've like gone for like different like pieces and stuff. It's a game.
It's a game.
Is it?
It's a
They're-
game.
It's a movie,
Yeah,
come on.
Diablo-
Diablo 3 Eternal Collection is also coming to Switch on November the 2nd.
Quiet.
Lego Harry Potter Collection EU is going to Xbox One and Switch on November the 2nd as well. I do apologize if I butcher this name, but it's Taiko and Tetsujin, I think. He's coming to Switch on November the
Taiko and Sujin. Okay.
Oh, the
Different
T,
than-
okay, yep.
Oh yeah. with
Taiko
the
and
drum.
Sujin, okay.
Yeah.
The drum and fun and drum session are coming
Yep.
to Switch and PS4 on November the 2nd as well. And on November the 5th, Moonlighter is coming to Switch, and that is all I've got for this week.
Okay. A little bit of a slower week.
Yeah.
What's like the next big game release to watch? Like your Battlefield 5s or your Fallout 76s of the world. What's the next big one?
I think it might be Fallout. That's November 16th, right? 17th?
Okay.
I think Hitman's the same day.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's awkward.
Or so you're close by at least.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you got Pokemon on November 16th.
When is Battlefield?
that was
End of
what-
November.
End
Yeah, that
of
got
November?
delayed to the end of November.
Okay.
Quiet Man
They want to compete
003.
with Blobs War.
Okay, so I want to get that
Oh,
Taiko
wow.
drum game. I saw people playing it. It looks.
It looks
It's so,
fun.
difficult.
It does look hard, but it looks really fun.
I tried to play it at an anime convention I went to back in September,
Yeah,
and it was so difficult. Oh my god.
it looks super fun. Like and like they have a lot of good music on.
Yeah, that's
Oh
fair.
yeah. I
So,
think you can play as Kirby on the Switch version.
Yeah, you
That's
can get a lot of-
adorable.
like,
That's
video game.
adorable.
oh dear.
Cool.
So, for November, you got Hitman 2, Spyro Reignite. Fallout 76 is November the 14th.
Have
Apparently
we got
the-
impression?
Hey,
Fallout
what?
76? Do we have impressions of Fallout 76? I know there's a beta up. And I think
We
have...
do have
Talk
beta
to-
impressions.
Do we?
Cool.
Okay.
Yes, we
Also,
do.
talk to Chelsea because she's been playing that.
She's been
Yeah.
playing it. I wonder. Yeah, I'm curious about that game. It looks bad.
Yeah.
I
Honestly,
mean,
yeah, it
in like
looks
a
bad.
weird way. Like it looks. It's interesting. It looks...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested by it. I'm fascinated by it.
What's good?
Nothing.
Nothing, it's all good.
Nothing. Okay. All right. So anyway, Aidan, where can the good people find you on the internet?
On Twitter at Aidan Simons, AIDAN SIMONDS. I talk about I'm either talking about Pokemon, Kingdom Hearts, or Riverdale.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's it. And
what is Riverdale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good question.
It's Archie. It's Archie. Right?
Yes, it's a show on the CW. It's like Archie comics.
Yes.
So like it takes that. It's like the Archie, Betty, Veronica, Jughead, Josie and the Pussycats, and like how it's like how like everything's all wholesome in the comics. It pretty much just subverts that. So it's kind of like a teen drama version of Twin Peaks. Like the first season is like a murder. The first season's like a murder mystery, and like it gets really more impressive. And the Sabrina the Teenage Witch spinoff just released on Netflix.
God.
I've been binging that. It's the most insane TV show on right now.
Okay. All right. I have to check those out. Cool.
It's on Netflix.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Anthony, your Twitter got resurrected recently.
Yeah, which is Anthony Dennis 40. That is me. I post like random gaming stuff, like site stuff and different tech bits and pieces. I haven't really been active on it this week, but I'm gonna jump back into it. And as usual, you got all the site stuff, which I believe you're gonna do in a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yes, everyone, go hit that up. All right. Once again, 100 subscribers on YouTube. One lucky subscriber will get a MSRP $59.99 video game of their choice.
$59.99. Gotta save that 1
We want
cent.
that custom URL.
Yeah, we want that custom
pay for that
URL.
tax.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right, and then Andrew, good people, where can they find you on Twitter?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, all the good stuff at Duronsky, DURONAI. Hit me up. I'm usually talking something stupid on there.
All right.
I also have a live stream next Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah, that's
actually
right.
doing the podcast during my 24-hour marathon Extra Life. I should hopefully have a link up on the site so we can.
So you're gonna be streaming yourself doing the podcast
Yes.
as
Sounds
we're streaming
good.
the podcast.
Yes.
I have 2 questions.
Question. Go ahead.
One, what do you play?
I don't know yet. It's probably
Okay.
gonna. I think it's gonna be a good time to get in there and dig into Red Dead for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably do some fighting games at one point.
Okay. Oh, so you're gonna mix it up?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play one game. I'm not like. I'll probably be over like Red Dead, like honeymoon period where I'm like, just that's all I want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By that point. But we'll see. I have a bunch of old consoles. I'm curious if I want to break something out. I don't know.
And my other question:
Yes.
where is the money? Where are you money going to?
Great question.
Extra Life.
So
I
Extra
believe.
Life is a charity program where everything you donate goes straight to children's hospitals. I have chosen UCSF Benioff Hospital in
Okay.
Oakland, California. So everything that is donated goes straight there. It's all tax deductible as well. So, go there, check it out. You don't even have to donate to me. It'd be great if you did, but if you don't, donate to somebody. And just, I think we have a team page up on there, so you can join our team page if you want to do your own live stream. You don't have to do it on game day. It's like
Anytime.
you can do whatever you want. It's nice for me to be like, oh, that's a good day. I'm just gonna set this date and kind of.
Yeah.
do it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna put it off.
All right. That
Yep.
sounds pretty fun then. We'll have to
Yep.
go check it out.
You know what? Actually, I lied. It's a 25-hour live stream because they decided to put it on, whatever it's.
Daylight savings, correct?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
Yeah. So, yes, it'll be. I don't know if I'll actually do the extra hour. I'll probably fall. I'm gonna
That 1 hour.
Come
is
on,
too
that's
much.
cheating.
too much too long. I'm not gonna be like, guys, it's like 2 o'clock, and then it turns 3 o'clock, and then it's
It's
back
like-
to 2. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm just gonna be like,
All you hear is snoring in the background.
Yeah.
yeah. Probably. So it's gonna be here in this fun room here. Maybe you'll see my cats as well.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll
Aw.
see cats.
Okay.
They'll be around. So if you like cats and you like video games, you can watch.
Okay.
True.
All right. That sounds like a ton of fun. You can find me at Infurious Elicon on Twitter, and you can join me in my crusade against Corsair. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you guys next week.